Helen Keller once said that life is a daring adventure or nothing. I think about that and I think what an incredible thought that is from a woman who was born blind, mute, and deaf. For her to look at life as a daring adventure or nothing, that positive feeling that she had about being alive, knowing that she was missing 3 very important senses of sight and hearing and speech. The difficulty for her to communicate on a daily basis and to learn, and yet she felt that strongly that life was a daring adventure or nothing. When I look at life, I see 2 different challenges that face us. And the way I see those, you have challenge by choice, or you have a no choice challenge. Each one has very different pieces and parts to it. But in the end, it's up to us to overcome those challenges. When I think about challenge by choice, I think about we decide we see something that we want and we go for it. We want to start a business. We want to go to school. Maybe you want to jump out of an airplane. And by doing that, there are certain risks that come with it, and there's certain anxieties that happen, and there might even be frustrations and fears. But there could also be some great excitement. I mean, imagine getting into an airplane with a parachute on for the very first time and deciding this is the time that I'm going to jump. And crawling out of that airplane, hanging on to that wing, and letting go. All that fear, all that anxiety, gone just like that. What happens next is falling back to earth. And most of the time it's a joyful ride down and a soft landing, but every once in a while that fear will overcome us to the point where we'll never get out of the airplane. Those are challenges by choice. We decide to take that on. We may have, like I said, we may have fear, we may have anxiety, we may have anger, we may have excitement, we may have happiness, the feeling of accomplishment. All of those things might happen for us. But we have to overcome those fears in order to actually face that challenge. And then there are no choice challenges. These are the things that happen to us that we didn't get to choose, but those events chose us. Diagnosis of a serious illness, maybe a car accident, or the untimely loss of a parent, loss of a job, divorce. These sometimes are events that choose us, but we still have to face those challenges. Some of the same emotions are there, but there might be others. We might be thinking, why me? We might challenge our faith. Why could God do this to me at this time in my life? Why would somebody take away somebody so precious to me at this time? These are challenges that happen to us that we weren't expecting. And we still have to go through it. And when we overcome that challenge, we might have more questions. Now that I've survived cancer, what do I do with it? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Why did I make it and somebody else didn't? These are questions and feelings and anxieties that all of us are going to have. But in the end, like Helen Keller said, life is a daring adventure or nothing. Embrace the challenges. Face them head on. Sometimes when you jump into the water, you jump in with both feet without knowing where the bottom is. And that time you jump in with both feet, not knowing where the bottom is, that could be one of the greatest experiences of your life. And that's where it is important to face those challenges that you face in and day out. And maybe if you see somebody having some challenges that you've gone through, step up and help them out. Lend them your shoulder to cry on. Let them just talk to you. Help them walk through the process. Go in and do paperwork for them because their business is growing so fast they can't keep up anymore. Whatever it might be. Challenges in this life are what creates character and what helps us create the experiences who make us know who we are. Without those challenges, we don't define who we are for the future. And I think one of the greatest things about facing challenges and overcoming them is the fact that it tells us who we are going forward. It reminds us that we're human. So again, as Helen Keller once said, life is a daring adventure or nothing.